2013 Spring Nationals in South Australia, and we have a barn-burning battle for championship glory in pro stock motorcycles. We enter round 5. That was a bit of a look at highlights of qualifying session number 1. Extremely cool conditions, different somewhat to this bright sunny situation we face ourselves here. A lot of people saying the track conditions have really improved dramatically since the last Andrew Championship round. The guys, of course, running the full quarter mile here as opposed to Door Slammer running over 1,000 foot.
Absolutely. Just saw Scott White go through for a 7:32. Very, very good run. He's making that trip down from the Northern Territory down. Let's have a look. Next pair up, it will be Scott White from the Northern Territory making the trek down. And a guy who's actually been putting in some very good performances over the current season. He's starting to go around, really starting to get a handle on the bike. He'll be taking on Glenn Worcester from Warrnambool this time around.
Of course, Worcester and White, both guys inside the top 5 in the championship proper and looking to advance. Here's Melbourne, thrilled to be hosting very soon a round of the Andrew Championship Drag Racing Series. Going to be a massive event. The Fuchs Nitro Thunder, presented by Crow Cams. The October 19 weekend, that is going to be you know what.
It's going to be huge. Top fuel on deck, top bike and pro stock motorcycle as well. It is going to be massive.
So on screen now, Darwin's Scott White. What can Worcester do? He's come up from Warrnambool, trying to improve his championship position as well.
Interesting to see that Scott White's got the clear visor on board. Looking straight into the sun here, don't know whether that's going to have an impact. Well, it looks like he actually gets away with not too bad of a reaction time. He gets the advantage on the start line and converts that to the win at the top end of the racetrack. A 7:33. Wow, Scott White, 7:33. That is a fantastic run for that team.
The Hayabusa boys will be wrapped with that. Not so Worcester, who really was, unfortunately, asleep at the lights. Reaction time nowhere near what you need in this class of racing. If you go in with a .47 light, you're going to get caned. And that's unfortunately what happened to Glennie.
Yeah, every single time. He made a good run though. 7:48 is nothing to sneeze at. But man, 7:33 from Scott White. I think a few of the other guys will be taking notice of that one.
286. Welcome back to Adelaide International Raceway for the Lady Daily Hotel Spring Nationals. And your Sid Chrome race ladder sees the semis of Allen v. White, and Howard will actually get the bye run into the final. And I have to say, he needs it, because right now he hasn't had the smoothest of runs to get there.
Well, and the bye run does give him that opportunity to test. So he will go out and try a few things and just try to go from point A to point B. But we'll see that one in just a second. Maurice Allen will be the first bike up. He'll be taking on Scott White from the Northern Territory. And this promises to be a pretty good matchup, but a lot on the line for Maurice Allen.
Yeah, absolutely. Morris really needs to capitalise on Crowley going out in, well, you won't say controversial, but you'll certainly say remarkable circumstances in that first round when he was deemed to have crept back marginally, which then unfortunately offset the beam, and he got the red light situation. Howard went through, and that's where he will face a bye run coming up in a moment. There is the Darwin Northern Territorian, Scotty White on the all-white bike. I guess that kind of fitting, really.
It is very fitting. Now, he was a surprise packet in the first round of racing. Came out, went 7:33, which is one of the quickest runs I think we've seen out of this bike. Very, very competitive. Maurice Allen, we haven't seen those types of performances out of him this weekend. So really, Allen, you've got to think is coming into this as, well, the underdog, let's say it.
Here we go. Very good light for White. He gets away. He's going to put Maurice Allen out. Crowley will be wrapped with that almost as much as White is.
He does, and it really limits the damage for Luke Crowley. Scott White, he is Luke Crowley's new best friend. 7:33, 282 kilometres per hour, puts Maurice Allen on the trailer. Not a bad run at all from Maurice Allen, 7:71, but just Scott White just streaks on through to the distance.
Do you think Crowley got to White before his crew did to slap him on the back and say, nice work? Morris just got hosed. Very good light for White. Good night, nurse. Momo now having to contemplate the battle ahead after this round. You can see. Well, just to add a bit more drama to it, that is one awesome big full moon. Have a look at that. Burning brightly over the top of Adelaide International Raceway for the Lady Daly Hotel Spring Nationals. And everyone a bit rugged up. She's a little bit chilly. What can this man on screen do right now? Really needs to pull a big run out. Phil Howard to take care of Scotty White.
He really just needs to focus on his own race. Just get down the racetrack, let Scott White trip himself up, because that's really all that can stop him. With the performance that he's been laying out today, 7:33 in the first and the second round, Scott White is really the favourite coming into this one.
The Hayabusa has certainly been on a higher level so far. A massive effort, taking out a couple of big names to get himself here. A strong qualifying result for the Territorian. And they've been having problems shifting gears on the Howard bike. Let's hope he's got that situation sorted right now. Waiting on White to bang a burnout in. Reckless, the number plate says on the back. He's been anything but reckless this weekend.
He has been super competitive and super conservative, just going down the racetrack each and every time. Drag racing's a funny thing. You're racing the other guy in the other lane, but you also really just need to focus on what you're doing. If you don't get what you're doing right, then you can't win the race. That's what it's all about.
Got the proud Territorian flag just down the lower side of the cowling just then, along with the AMPAC sticker on board. You were saying to me too that Phil Howard is a man with enormous drag racing bike experience.
Yeah, he's raced a lot of different categories over the years. He won the Nationals in Top Fuel Motorcycle, as well as numerous other events. He'd love to add the trophy from the Lady Daily Spring Nationals to that cabinet, I would say, here today. So we're just about set for a start. Both bikes in. Big advantage to Scott White, 0.59. Looking at it though, Phil Howard is giving him a race. Best run of the weekend for Phil Howard, 7.70, but it's not enough for Scott White. Scott White gets a win, 7.44, and gets his first win in the Andra Championship Drag Racing Series.
I think the Howard team absolutely relieved to see the bike go the full distance. To me, like his visor was a bit fogged up towards the end as well for Phil, so he had everything to be concerned about. But White, what a fabulous moment for the Territorian. You remember this forever.
Yeah, you always remember your first win in a professional category, and I'd say he will be down the top end of the racetrack. Very, very happy with Summer Bow.
Scott White, first win since 1992. First win in Adelaide, a new crew. How good is this?
How good is it? It doesn't get any better than this. This is just fantastic. It's been that long. That 1992 win was in Darwin. I'd lived in Adelaide. I had to travel there. This time I've done it the other way around. I got my long-term crew, Paul Gray, has been with me, but otherwise new help tonight. Just this thing's just been on song. The AMPAC warning system Suzuki has just been running 7.3s just over and over and over again, and we've beat the best that there is tonight, so I'm just absolutely stoked. It doesn't get any better than this, and it makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah, what a fantastic result for Scotty White. And interestingly enough, Morris Allen misses a major opportunity to overtake Luke Crowley in the championship chase. White a strong third now. Lockie Island in fourth, Worcester in fifth. That's your championship battle after round 5, thanks to Sid Chrome.